I almost didn't want to do it this time. Hello, welcome. It's been way too long. P2 DL season 10 power rankings. I'm very excited. No co-host. My most beloved boyfriend Christopher no longer with me. Nah, he's just not in the season. Burnt out. I get it. It's been like 3 years of the same format, but we're doing X-Mons this season. Very nice. I don't have too much to say. Week 1 has already passed as of recording this video. I think we actually finished like one of the final games. So I'm going to get on that. Week 1 recaps. I think I'm going to do it like after the week is fully completed so that people have time, because like I record on Sundays. So I don't want to like have not all of the games done or like wait until like 8 or 9 p.m. and then if someone extends. So I'll do it like after the week. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're good. Let's get into it. We're starting off in Ascendant today, and actually, oh yeah, I don't know if that's going to be too loud or not, but there we go. Trust me, this shit's heat. The Zame Extended Verbank City Remaster. Very good. Sounds very fun. I'm just going to play this on repeat for the next 2 hours. Have fun. Boom! We, actually, today, on Sunday, we had a drop. Some kid, Kyle, dropped. And my goat, Tess, took over. So here we are. Rayquaza, Lando I, Thundy I, Ferrothorn, Jellicent, Terrakion, Mega Mawa. I mean, it's not very good. There's, like, your removal is not good. You have plenty of Stealth Rocks. Speed tiers are shit. Thrown completely out the window. At least you get plenty of knockoff, at least. These are mostly, like, not mostly, but, like, kind of first impressions. Of course, I went through the teams and ranked them, but now I'm gonna, like, this is the deep dive. We're getting into it now. This was originally a Gen 5, like, mono team, and it wasn't very good. As you can see, there's plenty of, remnants. There's not really much to talk about here. I mean, your offense is okay with Ray, Lando I guess. You have Thundy and Pharaoh for support. Jellicent as a bulky water is really, like, outclassed these days because of how passive it is and how little else it does. I mean, it gets, like, Water Spout. Mega Mawile is cool. Terrakion is, you know, whatever. Nothing really fits. Dondozo's cool, I guess. There's not really much else. Triple Flying is absolutely fucking horrific when your steel doesn't resist ice. Or, well, your defensive steel. Mawile gets, like, 3-shot, but I mean, I see his team. It could be fun. It's not my cup of tea by any means, because it's bad. Not much else to talk about. Number 15, Zark. Zygarde Complete being a part of this season really sent some people into, like, frenzies of making good teams, and this is not one of them. As we could see to our right, there's a large gap in all of the advanced hazards. Like, you get rocks on Heatran, that's it. No removal. There's Cinderace, which, you know, I get it. You know, you're gonna court change, but that's not reliable if they just don't set up hazards against you, or they just T-spike you and then you kill Cinderace. So you have to save Cinderace, but it's also the fastest thing on your team, so you need it to be offensive too. It's just not very good. This archetype only really works with, like, a shit ton of priority, or you get, like, unburden boosts from Lele, which you don't have. Cinderace, like, works as that support guy if it's your second fastest and you have no removal, but whatever. Zygarde Lele it's something, and then picking Slowbro right after, you have a whole 0 ghost resist. You're somehow weak to Dragon. Triple Dragon is crazy. Gibble's not real. Oh, it doesn't change anything. Beautiful. Yeah. You have a flying resist in Heatran. That's, never it. Somehow weak to Earthquake, despite having like two better resistances to it. It's not very good. Not a lot of pivot for Zygarde to get going. You have 3 guys, and that's 4 with Slowbro, but that's about it. Something going for you is Regen, of course. Regen with Slowbro. Hydrapple's alright. Without Terra, I don't know. I don't really know what you can change about this, because it's clear that you want your offense to be like Lele, Darmg, maybe Cinderace, but the construction of the hazards really wants Cinderace to be supportive. So, I mean, like, your Scarf Darm every game could be Scarf Lele. Having your 2 big Scarfers at the same speed tier is just not ideal. But, I mean, we'll see what Zark puts together. See if it turns into anything. Number 14. Delta. These last 3 teams here are so... They're bad, man. I mean, Delta is like... It's getting there. Something's happening, right? With, nice removal. You got webs. Your hazards are, not ideal. I'm not really sure what the mode is. You have Chenpao and Didi, which is, again, an option, I guess. Also, Quaquaval kind of likes the priority, but Indeedee shouldn't be coming to every game, despite drafting it 4th. I'm actually not sure if that was an FA thing or not. I don't really want to check. Chenpao, pick 1 is kind of like, okay. Like, if I go into the dock here, right? Can I show you in the tier list? There's like Palkia Origin is up. Xerneas is up. No Geomancy, of course. You're gonna go Chenpao? Really? Out of everything you could pick here, even as a budget option, you have like Zama Crown, Solgaleo, Pheromosa does things, Necrozma Dawn. I believe Epic showed us how good Necrozma Dawn wings can be. Fuck, I would have rather Dialga Origin, honestly. And you up and went Chenpao. Corv 2nd pick, so there's no real offense. Like, of course Chenpao's offense, but, there's no real offense until you get, like, I guess Chandelure, Quaquaval, Emlade, but it doesn't look like enough, especially in this format, and with, like, recent draft changes where stuff is, like, a lot cheaper. This is the team you're going to come out with? I don't like it, but, I mean, it is better than whatever this is and whatever this is, so you're here. At least you have, like, Chenpao Ice Spam. Emlade's not bad, I guess. I don't like how all of your, like, options are physical. You don't have, like, any special options out of Chandelure, which is not very good. It's beat real easy. Togekiss is a Pokemon. I believe I've made my grievances with that one known. Yeah, there's not much. At least you have Webs with Spin. But then also Corviknight? I don't know. There's a lot of changes that would have to be made to make this team usable. Number 13. We have Cook, as I take a sip of water. I love going to the gas station just to get water and leave. Top 10 things. Here's like the first kind of cohesive-ish unit, even though you have Jirachi Goldango getting completely nerfed by Groudon's Sun. Yeah, at least there's a Lilligant and the Sandy Shocks to abuse the Sun. Beedrill is an option, I suppose. I think Cook really enjoys the bee. Then going another poison after, okay. Drafting Mandibuzz as what is clearly, like with Mega Beedrill as clearly your main guy, like your main focus, is pretty good. Because you get that removal. It's nice. The typings are nice, but Other than that, there's not much going on. I would have liked to see some real hazards for Goldango. I mean, unless you want Groudon to be, like, supportive with Stealth Rocks and Spikes every game, go for it. But Goldango doesn't have much going on here. And you also don't have Rapid Spin for it, so it's like, Prim is cool, I guess. In Sun, I would rather Walking Wake as my main offensive water every time, and then you go, like, any other fairy. You know, drop Pex and Prim for Walking Wake, but I believe someone else in this division has a Sun team with that Walking Wake, so I mean, fuck, as long as you enjoy it, I guess. Not a very good team. Up next, number, what is this, 12? Got Migzu. Oh wow, look at the type chart. How about that? 2 offensive fires as your main guys is kind of rough. Garchomp as an offensive option really isn't there anymore. Especially in draft, you have a lot of these flying steals and then, like, Gliscor that kind of just sit in front of it, but the hazards are nice. Rotom Wash Defog's cool, I guess. I don't really know what Steel is doing. Grimmsnarl for Mega Blaziken is very threatening, I will say. Oh, you do have Spin. There you go. Spin Delmise with Hazard Garchomp. You can run, like, offensive Rotom, Choiced. And then next to Blaziken, not bad. Ditto pick is interesting. I've seen 2 Dittos were picked in the divisions. Not bad. I feel like it's super gimmicky, because now you're basically threatening your opponent to run sub against you. Which, you know, you can kind of abuse it if they bring Celesteela, or, like, even Rotom against dragons. So I feel like a sub D-Dance dragon guy is gonna beat this team most of the time, unfortunately. But I mean, other than that, it's cool. Like, Mega Blaziken's certainly an amazing mon. I don't know if I would have put Iron Moth next to it, but the real, like, the zinger for me is these speed tiers are rough. I would have rathered a faster guy than Iron Moth here, but the booster energy is cool, I guess. Grimmsnarl's cool. That's about it. I would trade out Celesteela. And then, like, I don't think Quillfish Isui's doing anything here. Yeah, you're actually just straight up doubling on Dark and Poison here for no reason. That's 6 points you can turn into anything else. Like, you can turn Celesteela and Quillfish into, like, anything, and it's better. Maybe get an Ice guy. Wouldn't mind it for those dragons that could potentially just sit in front of you and press moves. I also wish there was a little bit better pivot, but it's fine. Up next, Bunker. Also, don't be surprised if while I'm talking about this, we get some movements, some changes. Because I look at it and I'm like, I'm talking it through. Bunker's team, it might be a little better, maybe. Or Bunker's team might not be as good. We'll see. Lunala Shifu single. I think we saw that in Apex as Project picked it up, naturally. Wow, there's... I look at a lot of these teams, I'm like, damn, there's nothing going on in the type chart. Like... It just does... It looks empty, right? Like, at least Cook has some weaknesses, but it's not empty. This just looks empty. Like, I would have liked to see a little bit more here from that, but that's nitpicky. Although, I guess that's what I'm here for. Your only special attack being Lunala is a choice. I don't think it's a choice that I would make. Zeraora is cool. You know, a couple of good fast guys. Some nice hazards with the Fortress. Clefable lead most games, I guess. But, like, I don't know. There's not really a lot of power here. Like, of course you have Lunala, Shifu single, and then you have Zeraora in the back. Ogerpon does nice damage. But, like, what is this? What are these, like, 5 sequential picks here? I don't know what's up with that. It seems like Bunker, when drafting this team, kind of, like, looked at the type chart and was like, oh. Like, we went here, right? Bunker's like, oh, fuck. I need something here. I'll get Fortress. I have hazards. All right, let me fix the weaknesses. Let me get a Blastoise for that water weakness. But oh, I have an electric and a flying weakness. I'll get Zeraora at some point. Let me get Snorlax. And this team doesn't really take hits very well. Like, of course you can Wish Pass around, but it feels weak. Also, 3 points left. Surely there's something better than Snorlax. Surely. Or like Talonflame, you can get a better fire type for 12 points. Surely. I feel like this team is abusable. Like, yeah, you don't have the weakness, but you also, like, have 1 resistance for each thing. So, like, your ground resist is Talonflame. I feel like people just can Earthquake spam into you. Or, like, your flying resist is Zeraora, who doesn't really want to take a Hurricane anyway. Like, Volt Switch spam is not bad. I mean, you are bringing Zeraora every game, but water spam. Your Blastoise can't heal, you know, stuff like that. Not my favorite. Next up, Sky. Here we have an absolute fucking monstrosity of a team. First thing I will say is your removal's not, unless you're running like Boots Cloyster every game for spin, you're not removing shit. You know, Coco Defog is okay, but you also have Bundle Hawlucha, so you don't want to. Pivot for Hoopa Unbound is nice, I guess. Nice Ghost Resist. I would have loved to see a normal type. Nice Rock Resist, especially with the lack of removers. You're gonna have a crazy rock weakness like that, and then a crazy ground weakness. This team's defensively is not taking anything. You don't even want to take like many Moon Blasts because, you know, what is Magearna gonna do at some point? You have to run Pain Split. That's not ideal. There's not much to talk about. I mean, the offense is fucking crazy. Let's make ourselves clear. You know, Pult Magearna, okay, and then bundle Coco next to it, Hawlucha, yeah, Hoopa Unbound, yeah. You have Arcanine for defense? Question mark. Maybe that's your Moonblast answer. It can work. It certainly can work. It's, look at the numbers, but and Shuckle gets webs up sometimes. You can run specs on everything. Okay. Not really much else to talk about but that. Next up, Coop. Coop tried to make his team with me, and we can see how that went. At some point, he kind of just DMs me. He goes, hey, I like Calyrex Ice. I'm like, alright, pick it. Alright. Maybe we should put Finny next week. Do it. What goes good with that? Oh, maybe a dark type with Pivot. Alright, Meowscarada. Oh, Sneasler with Finny? Yeah, sure. No Dire Claw. Dire Claw's banned. Oh, but I need a remover, and it just kind of went from there. I feel like there's a lot of modes with this team. Of course, the Trick Room Teleport is nice. P2, just in general, is good. Especially if you want to, like, Shadow Ball the Calyrex. It's a nice switch in. I mean, type chart's fine. You have at least 2 resistances for everything. Right? Except for, normal! Oh, jeez. I would have liked to see some more special offense here. I feel like after this, you know, what are you picking up Salamence for? I would have liked to just see, like, the big special attacking dragon type. But even, like, maybe you don't go dragon. This dragon is purely defensive here, I suppose. Like, something else. Excadrill, I feel like just doesn't really fit here. I mean, you're going to draft Excadrill just for spin, and then you're going to pick up Rotom Heat for what offense? I'm not sure. Like, next to Cali Ice, if you're not just drafting straight up gas, I don't know what you're doing. Cali Ice cannot balance. You might think, oh, I can pivot around and send in my Calyrex Ice, and no, it just through practice it just doesn't really work the way you'd think it does. But I mean, I see this team picking up some wins. It can do nice. I think, like, I don't know what, like, some crazy defensive wall just sits in front of this team. Like, what are you gonna do to the fortress, bro? You're gonna close combat it, alright. can use some love. Especially down here. Down here can use some love. Maybe that Excadrill for a different spinner if you really need spin. Like really need it, but next up, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number. Is this number 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I can't count. Number 8. Benny Maru. I feel dirty saying that. Filthy weebs. Valiant. Hey, it's the Valiant team. Spectre, Shifu Rapid Strike. You know, maybe you did Spectre a little better than me. No Spadef to speak of. Look at that big fat red. Oh. Look at that. Yuck. There's no Spadef to speak of. You're running like AV Metagross. Ugh, damn, that's a lot of points, dude. That's Jesus Christ. Yeah, you drafted a 7-mon team, but at least a 7-mon team is better than the 8 or 9 mons of the rest of them. No flying resist to speak of. 1 Moonblast and your entire life has disappeared. No real support for Kyurem White. I feel like Kyurem White could be anything else. Like, shit, if you're gonna draft a 7-mon team, at least drop Kyurem White and, like, Murkrow for a 1-pointer in Mega Metagross. Something. But, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Valiant Lando T. And then Shifu Rapid Strike's gonna put in work. You have nice pivot to get Spectrier in, and then Kyurem White just blows up whatever you want it to. So does Ursaluna. So it's like, it's gonna work. But on paper, it's really bad. And your removal is just Lando T. That's not ideal. You might want to reconsider some of these lower guys. Like, honestly, like these 3 gone, I feel like you can kind of build from here. Maybe not even Metagross. You get the idea. The offense is nice. At least. Number 7. Goose. This is one of Rhino Shark's alts. Back at it again. Bro has applied 3 times. Greninja Genesect I've seen work before. It's very nice. Mega Latios is very nice next to them. Glamora for hazards. Skarmory for hazards. Actually, I have 2 T-Spikes users. I'm not sure what Skeledirge is doing here. I think he's here just to hang out, honestly. And Sylveon's alright. It's not really much to say here. This is kind of like a bog standard. Hey, I have my offense, I have my defensive guys, I'm gonna pivot. Skarmory's nice. Can't really take a water type move too well, but screw it. It's a Latios. There's a Mega Latios on my screen. That's one of the mons that through the changing of the times, I'm kind of like, oh, this can't be an X-Mon anymore. That sucks. I don't want to see Mega Latios, Genesect next to each other. Good pivot between the 3. Get in. What? I'm not sure. It's not really much to talk about here. Nothing I'm like blown away by here. This is pretty standard. Kind of solid though. Definitely top 8 for sure. C. We have Sun. My goodness. Look at all this weakness. Not a fan. Actually, what kind of removal is there? Oh, defogs. That's fine. I think this is like the one person to get the Sun user and Tusk. So, good on you, C. Fluttermane Zard Y is disgusting. Great Tusk, yeah. Get your Wake, get your Victini. This one, like this Sun team is just all gas. I don't think Gouging Fire does anything really here. I think it's kind of redundant. I would rather a Steel type over Gouging Fire and maybe something over Claude. Clodsire being your only hazards on this hyper offense team is questionable. Especially when you can't like switch between it and something to like have a good wall like unit. So like if you drop Gouging Fire, you do like, I don't know, Clodsire Dondozo, and you just have these 2 defensive monsters, but there's no point. You just draft hyper offense with these. Like you have this top 6 and you do whatever you want with the last like 21, 31, 32 with the extra point. Because, like, they're not offering you anything. They're not doing anything by being here. I would like to have an electric guy. I would like to have, some kind of flying resist. These ground weaknesses are not helping you. Rock weaknesses are not helping you. At least you have a Shadow Ball switch-in being Smeargle. But, like, let's say, what is it? Let's say Benny just runs, like, Scarf Spectrier here. What are you doing? Realistically, what do you do? One kill and it's over. Like, if you have a low Tusk and Scarf Spectrier comes out, you're not switching in anything. You're just completely dead. But the threat of these top 3, Wake, Victini, it's good enough. It's just fine for me. Also, you need priority. What are we? Top 5? We're in the top 5. Parm, this disgusting fucking balanced team. I would like to see anything but Lugia here, but we saw in week 1 that it works. That's all I'm gonna say. Your special offense is not for Raging Bolt. It works. It's fine. Pecharunt's good enough. It gets Nasty Plot. Gliscor for hazards and pivot. Yep, Aloe. Gliscor Aloe. Where have I seen this before? It's not like this is every Natdex game you ever load up. And Raging Bolt. Ugh. Look at that. That's gross. I don't want to play against this. I mean, like, 2 taunts and it's over, but I don't want to play against this. Especially with how fast Lugia is. Ugh. I feel like Lugia Screamtail is pretty redundant. Especially when you have Aloe for Wish. I don't really know what Screamtail's doing here. Besides, like, spamming T-Wave. Maybe an Ice Beam. Maybe a Calm Mindset. It's not bad. Mlop's cool. It's the balance offense guy. Removal is questionable. I would not like default Gliscor. So maybe like spike stacking against this and like just spamming knock would do pretty nice if you try to outbalance it. I would like a Moonblast switch in that isn't Pecharunt. I'm personally running with the team right now where the only Moonblast switch in is Pecharunt. It's not very nice. And your ground resistor, questionable. But the type chart isn't really, it's not everything here, especially when you're running such a disgustingly fat team. It's like all 9 Mons can realistically come, right? That's something that a lot of teams get wrong, right? Like this, like a Coop team, you'll know if Excadrill's coming to a game or not, or like Quillfish is not coming to any games. Ditto's not coming to many games. All these Mons can realistically come to whatever matchup. So good on Parm, but it's not quite the most powerful team. In our number 4 spot, AAA spot. I'm not gonna scream. My throat hurts. This team is like really good, like disgustingly good, except for like these guys right here. Like Typhlosion's fine. It's a fine fire type. Boltund, okay. And then Ogerpon Wellspring doesn't need to be here. Just like it does nothing. It gives you a water resist, which if you were to pick up a water type or a grass type, you would be fine with. I feel like honestly, you can just drop Ogerpon and turn Ogerpon and Boltund into anything, and this team is perfect. Like, this team is disgustingly just, like, good. You have the Ting-Lu Terapagos, which is just a disgusting fucking combo next to Zama and Latias. But, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing with 2 item-locked base 110 speed guys. I mean, I guess we're blowing shit up today. That's about it. Your special offense is lacking. Maybe you can look at that. Now you just draft some special guys. It's not bad. Weezing Galar is actually like kind of underrated next to these guys. Just being able to spread the toxic around with Ting-Lu being fat. Like if you're just running like toxic Weezing, you toxic everything, go into Ting-Lu, just protect on everyone, and then you have the rest of your squadron. It's nice. Scizor for Prio is pretty cool here too. I like the team. I just wish I wish Ogerpon and Boltund were anything else. Number 3. Originally, when I made these PRs, I had Angry Kid at, like, number 1. Until I look back on it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, there's some, a little something to be desired here. The main thing is that this Ogerpon exists. I say that a lot. Maybe I just don't like Ogerpon. I shit on Bunker's Ogerpon. I shit on this Ogerpon. Shitting on the other Ogerpon. But, like, realistically, what does it do for you here? It's not doing anything for you. Pick up any other fire type. It's fine. Glow King Kieran Black is nasty. The synergy's good. And with Zapdos, you get that Weather Ball Ice, which is pretty cool. Somehow Darkrai landed till round 6. Alright. But, like, you know, Treads, it's cool. This team's nasty, but, like, you wasted 12 points. And then you drafted Vaporeon and Tauros Aqua for some reason. I feel like you can honestly just put on Tauros Fire, drop the Ogerpon, and then, like, you're fine. Vaporeon kind of adds a nice little bit of wish passing to this team. Like, Kieran Black doesn't mind it. You know, Zapdos doesn't mind it if it's in a pinch. But I feel like Vaporeon's easily, like, messed with. Oh, my video. Perfect. Ghost Resistor lacking. Darkrai is your only one, really, so you kind of have to run, like, AV in some matchups, but you have the Psychic type Darkrai, so it's fine. This team's gross. I don't want to face it. Truthfully, don't. But I feel like it can be better. You can just make it better. Top 3. Also, I would like a little bit more hazards. That's about it. Number 2! Ho-Oh, Roaring Moon. Mega Scizor. Nasty. Kiri's team is gross. I would like to see it a little faster, but, like, this is balance to the highest degree. It's fine. Tangrowth, Ho-Oh, Slowking is disgusting as a regenerator core. I feel like Chansey might be a little redundant, but it helps out in, like, the Palkia Origin matchup if anyone drafted it. Very funny. Yeah, that's cool. You have plenty of resistances. You have plenty of bulk. I feel like things look weird because of Chansey. Yeah. This is a more accurate representation of what you're looking at. Chansey's kind of just here to be here. This would be, like, the balanced team if there were any spikes or, like, T-spikes whatsoever. And a grounded poison would be much appreciated, but other than that, this team's fucking great. I like it a lot. Not much else to say. It's just, it's good. Number 1, Big Wick. I'm actually debating between Kiri and Big Wick for number 1, but I feel like this team is kind of just a little better. A little bit. We have a Zekrom team in number 1. Very nice. Zekrom Melmetal with the Rillaboom Grassy support is nasty. It's good. Keldeo here is just your special offense guy is nice. And you get Weavile for the speed. Like, your speed tiers are good. Very good. Moltres removal is nice, and it gets Pivot. Florges is cool. Nidoking underrated as fuck, honestly. Even though you don't really struggle with anything, having the special ground type here is nice, especially because your offense is kind of in the special department. But, like, having that Sheer Force Life Orb just, it really adds to things. Miltank's here. It's not doing much. Maybe it comes to the Spectrier matchup, but it's not bad. Scrappy. I like it. There's not really much else to ask for. You also get Wish Pass with Florges. You get that Wish in the Melmetal, which is already healing from grassy terrain, so this thing's never dead if you play it right. Plenty of Pivot for the Zekrom. I don't think there's anything that necessarily enables Zekrom as much as you'd like it to, besides, like, a water type, not even a water type, damn. A water type coming in on Moltres, and you just U-turn into Zekrom. But you also have Rillaboom, so you have plenty for everything. This team's gonna do great. Removal is I would have liked a different remover. Not even, like, different, like, maybe a little more. Small Trace is fine, but it's, you know, it's going to get Stone Edged. But then again, you also have Keldeo and Melmetal, so there's not really much to nitpick here. This team's good. I'm going to pause so I can catch my breath. Boom! We're back. I need to get someone to record this with me next time. I feel like I'm rambling too much by myself. Not even rambling. Not much to say, honestly. These teams are good. Like, these top teams, pretty good. Just a little touch here and there. That's what distinguishes number, like, 6 from number 1. On to Mythic. We have the funniest team of all time with Kefriel. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. Pick 1 Aloe, it was wheel pick. But, like, I don't know, if you look at Mythic, like, there's still stuff up. Like, you could fix this team whenever you want. Kyurem White does not belong whatsoever. It's your only, like, real special offense too. That's what gets me. There's no like chilly reception into it. There's no, like, you got good pivot into it. I'll give you that. But that's it. I don't know what Kyurem White's doing here. Victini's cool, I guess. Like, you got pivot, but the synergy's off. Somehow you're, like, Giga weak to Ghost and Dark. I'm not sure how that one ended up, but I mean, I see you balancing on people. I see it working. It's just not. It's not very good. The speed's also, like, super off. Cyclezar is your fastest guy, just being a non-threat. Along with Ogerpon Cornerstone being item locked, so like what doesn't Greninja do to this team, you know? What doesn't Dark Pulse Spam do to your guys? Especially with your fairy being Enam. Enam, Therian? Not it. You could just press Moonblast, I guess. But if you're gonna draft this much pivot, I'd expect there to be something fast to pivot into. Like, no Shed Tail Cyclezar is just, it's not it. Number 15, Icy. Icy's team is not bad. This team's not bad. The main thing for me, also, Kefriel, what's your removals not? You have a Scizor. 1 spike and it's over. Removal here, there's a lot of it, but none of it's good. I don't know quite how that happened. You have Thundy, you have Aerodactyl, you have Latias. None of them want to run Defog. I've seen a couple of, like, Boots Thundy Defog sets, but, like, I don't know, it has 145 special attack. You're not pressing Defog. And then, you know, Rapid Spin on Toedscruel means you have to bring Toedscruel. So you're playing 5.5 versus 6, and that's not ideal. Other than that, your offense is cool. A Mega Arrow team, which I don't see very often. Double flying is okay. Maybe if your ground type wasn't fucking Toedscruel, it would be better. Shifu Rapid's cool. Like, your top 6 is fine. Just watch out. Watch out for things. Watch out for any physical hit whatsoever. One close combat and your team disintegrates. But yeah. You got some good offense. Up next, nobody. I'm sure this is somebody. Nice speed. Pretty cool. Another... Where is it? Another Chenpao team. I think they're all bad. I think Chenpao is not a good Xmon unless it, like your team really complements it, and this team does not complement it. Mega Latios next to Lando is nice, I guess, but, you know, that's your removal. There you go. Unless you want to bring Spin Aleki, which is... At least you have, like, Ogerpon and Aleki to do something together for when the ground comes out. Main gripe, this team cannot take a Moonblast. There are no Moonblast takers. There's Salazzle. Salazzle has how much? How many stats? Like, none? Yeah. Look at those numbers. Look at that. Like 0. Disgraceful. What's your other... Oh, Orthworm. The GOAT. The best steal of all time. Yeah. This team is not good. Again, it's another team I see, like... You're probably going to win, like, 3 or 4 games. This is a move up in division. Actually, I didn't talk about that. Kefriel moved up. Nobody moved up. From Ascendant, MC moved up. Elster moved up. Got a bunch of newcomers this time around. It's pretty cool. The offense is fine. Not much else. Nice hazards, I guess. I'd like to see more. But, like, it's nobody. They're gonna do just fine. God damn it. Roy always lands in, like, the shitter spot, but, like... Let's be real. Let's see what we're looking at. We're looking at Mono Boots Torn T. Next to Blastoise. And then you also have the Cinderace court change stuff, which is cool. You know, at least it's not your top speed, but it's also not like an offensive top speed next to it. It's kind of like a bulky, bouncy top speed. I'm confused why Goldango's here. I guess the court change and the Goldango stuff works, but what if your opponent just doesn't press rocks? Then you don't get rocks. That's why it's like, kind of iffy if you don't really have a good setter. Like, what, you got Spikes Heracross? Okay. With Zygarde here, you have 2 fast pivots, and you have Screens Grimmsnarl. I see this working. You know, sub DD or sub coil like works out nicely for Zygarde, but that is about it. I'm not sure what like Mamoswine's doing. I know like Blastoise is one of those like comfort picks for Roy, I believe. But you know, other than that, I don't. There's a Celebi. Celebi's here. Yippee. 1 flying resist, not ideal. 1 ghost resist, definitely not ideal, with it being Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl just gets abused. Unless you're the GOAT, I guess. This is something I see myself drafting like 3 years ago. But I feel like it's almost outdated. I don't know. I think Zygarde's gonna do just fine. There's not really many modes out of that. Goldango never really wants to press Nasty Plot, it's just like T-Wave spam. It's kind of weird, you only have like 1 of everything, right? You have 1 setup guy, you have 1 offense guy, you have 1 bulky guy. Mamoswine's too slow to really do anything. You have 1 balancy guy, you have the screen setter, you have the spinner, you have the shit, and you have Heracross, so... It needs more. Jam! I had this team higher at first before I kind of like look at it again. This team might go higher, but you know, another Finny Calyrex, Finny Calyrex Sneasler, cool. The dark type this time around is Mega T-Tar, which I'm a fan. I don't know what your 4 points on Rhydon is doing here. And Quag being your, damn, your ground. This mon's not here. No. Doesn't exist. Look, it does nothing! It's not doing shit! I guess Chansey's cool. Chansey next to Corviknight is kinda nasty, but this team does not like knock off. Especially, no dragon. Decided for not the dragon with Misty Surge. I feel like that's doable. It's fine. You kind of like it defensively, but I mean, I'm okay with it. Special offense, Blacephalon and Thundurus. Scarf Blacephalon is like a must for most games here, probably. Having that Scarf Fire is pretty nice. Shadow Balls are nice. Calyrex is... It's good enough to carry most games on its own here, especially with the Misty Surge, but... I don't know, I feel like doing all that setup just to get Cali in when it's like... I don't know, if you're against something that's going to Will-O-Wisp you, you're going to either one-shot it or you want to switch out most of the time. And then you don't really have another Mon that wants to get Willowed, but you have the Finny, so it's okay. Watch out for, like, Volt Switch stuff, because Quag is your ground. Unless you want to bring in my GOAT Rhydon. You gotta watch out. You also don't want to bring Water Absorb, so watch out for, like, you know, Specs Hydro Pumps and shit. Watch out for Earthquakes, because Corv and Thundy can only come in so many times against an offensive team. Other than that, I kind of like this team. It's pretty good. I feel like the quality of teams is kind of like Ascendant, but like Mythic, it jumps. There's a nice jump. Like some of these teams, it's like Roy's team. I'm super nitpicky, but like this kind of works. It can work. Jam's team, pretty nice. But we'll get on to a team that doesn't really work, in my opinion. But I know it's strong, so I have to put it up here. We have Hydro. I just personally don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. You know, you put offense next to Mega Blaziken. Good. That's what we want. You have the Aurora Veil, which is cool. Bundle in the snow could be cool, but I feel like you don't really want to bring Alolan Ninetales to a lot of games. Keldio's here to be here, I guess. I don't really know what he's doing here. He's another fast guy for the sake of nothing. He does nothing here besides resist rocks and give you a Moonblast weakness. Okay. Triple Ice, fine. Bax is cool. Bundle, again, with the Blizzard spam is cool, and you got the Surge. You get Iron Leaves in. It's not bad. There's not really anything else to this team except for offense. I feel like if you get, like, Protect spammed against, you kind of lose. But, Bax in the snow is nice too. I don't have too much else to say. Your removal is Fortress. Your hazards are Fortress. Not the best option, but Fortress might have to come to one too many games. Like, you have this super sick offensive stuff, but then you also, like, really need Fortress because, you know, one Stealth Rock and it's Jover for you. So, like, I would get more removal, or maybe get a... but you kind of need it, so... drop Keldeo, get something else. Next up, Cyclone Spin, Newcomer. Here's an archetype that I'm seeing a lot more of, where you have one fast guy. And that's all you need. I think it's okay. I think it's doable. But, like, if your fast guy is, like, Greninja or Meowscarada as your fastest guy, and then you have, like, a 110 that can hold an item next to it, I feel like that works a lot better than Valiant being your fast guy, and then your next fastest is Zapdos, and it's kind of just, like, kind of balancy from there. One thing I do like, Ting-Lu, like, next to Lunala. Not really breaking through it. Zapdos is good removal. I don't know what Glamora's doing here. Like, that's your spin next to Ting-Lu, and I think that's kind of bad. But it's fine. Valiant is doing the most. Valiant Lunala's gross. Kyurem kind of fits. If this team was, like, more balancy, I feel like Kyurem would fit better, but seeing as your steel type is, like, Escavalier, it's, You get webs. Hey. It's not bad. It's usable. Fuck, I don't have too much else to say here. You need more pivot, actually. There's like no pivot here. I would like to get some, like, pivot into Valiant, into Lunala, for them to really just, like, press their bombs, but it's cool. It's not my favorite. That's cool. Next up, Nachis. I don't like that name. Nachis. Newcomer. We got Spectrier, we got Glowking, and we have Chi-Yu. This is, like, the offense. Next to Ogerpon Wellspring, Zamazenta, it's just straight gas. There ain't nothing else. You don't even need Skarmory. Drop that shit. It's just gas. Mega Altaria is cool. Kind of like it. I would like if the dark type was not Chi-Yu, dark type anything else, a little bulkier. Especially if you're going to draft, Spectre and Glow King. Nothing for Glow King to chili reception into. I mean, it's fine. It's a Glow King. This kind of looks like a Gen 9 OU hyper offense team with Chi-Yu and Spectre are allowed. It's pretty cool. But, like, I feel like it's kind of abusable. With your removal, Skarmory, I guess you have Spin, Exca. This is the second time we've seen Excadrill just for Spin. I don't think it's bulky enough to do that. I think you want something like Iron Treads if you're going to do that. But, if I'm not mistaken, Treads got taken quite early. Yeah, I kind of disagree with these top two. I feel like one of them has to go. It's probably Glow King. Is there anything else you can like really swap out for Glow King? There's a Melmetal up. Ugh. There's a Landorus. Yuck. Actually, that's kind of gross. If you swap out like Glow King and Exca for Landorus and something else, it's kind of nasty. But Swirlix for webs, okay. This team's gonna do just fine. It's just not the best. Your only knock is Ogerpon, maybe not ideal. Your hazards are Skarmory, so you kind of have to bring Skarm if you want to break through some teams, but you'll be alright. Next up, Godver, How the Mighty Have Fallen. This team's actually not bad. Very unfortunate that it has to be Mega Latias, but I don't know why you picked up Dragapult and Mega Latias. Again, Mega Metagross is up. I'm sure you can figure out the points there. Oh, well, duh, you have a Magearna. Never mind. My bad. My bad. Damn, so wait, for 19? What else can you do? Oh, dude. Palafin? Prim's cool, I guess. I don't know what you drafted Rillaboom for. There's no direct synergy. Your Arcanine's still dying to an Earthquake anyway. I guess next to Magearna's alright. You get the healing on it. It's pretty cool. Your speed tiers are fine. I'm a little iffy on Mega Latias, especially when your team can't take Ice Beams the best. It takes them just fine, but it doesn't, like, it's not the best in the world. I feel like the Latias is redundant. Like, super redundant, actually. And then, I also brought up, these three. Incin, Arcanine, Mandibuzz. So you're doubling up on Dark. You're doubling up on Fire. 2 pivoting Dark types, and then an Arcanine. I don't see the point. You either drop like one of Incin or Arcanine. You drop Incin, right? You drop Incin. You run like kind of like bulkier Arcanine. You pick up, a ground type. Would be nice for this very nice rock weakness. It gives you more of an ice weakness, so maybe not, but I feel like the construction kind of falls apart after Primarina. Like, I feel like if you just retool this, the team's better. Even like that, you work with what you got, you can make this team better. It'll work. Your only removal is Mandibuzz. We're not... Mega Latias doesn't count. Mega Latias is just set up. But, like, you have 2 of these guys that really want to set up. Unless you run, like, Specs Magearna or, like, AV Magearna a lot of games. You have 2 guys that really want to set up, and I don't like that. Also, hazards, Arcanine, not a rocker. Magearna, not a spiker. At least you have the Vikavolt webs. For what? For your Dragapult to outspeed everything? Okay. Whoa! Throggy. Wait a minute. Am I seeing things? I thought I saw Skeledirge before. Is that just Ascendant? Am I schizophrenic? Goose. Maybe I am. I feel like this is done wrong. You got the Groudon Roaring Moon top 2 with Clefable. Literally perfect. What you don't do next is draft Skeledirge. I feel like Tentacruel is okay as a Rapid Spinner, but maybe not your only Rapid Spinner. But where this team really comes together is it's just offensively super sound. Like, these 4 can come to every game and I wouldn't even be mad, along with Clefable. But, like, then if you don't bring Tentacruel, you can't get rid of Rocks, or you can't get rid of Spikes, which your team does really bad against, seeing as your only Spikes immunity is a Uxie. But the offense is sick. The offense is more than enough to carry this team. I feel like Uxie actually, it does very nice here, because you can do, like, para-spam stuff with Groudon and Clefable. Like, spread Toxic, you can press Knock. Uxie really brings a lot together here, but... I also don't know what Skeledirge is doing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it only like, really weakens you. Yeah. You know, you can get whatever fire... but you have a Typhlosion, you're fine! Drop Skeledirge, dude. Maybe Slitherwing, too? It's okay. I think Slitherwing next to Groudon Roaring Moon is very redundant. It is good pivot, though. This team's cool. I can't get over this. Where's your removal? Justin J. Fuka up next. Dude, imagine... Great Tusk lasted to round 3? We gotta get our shit together, Mythic. How you gonna let Tusk go to round 3? That's gross. Man, this is a cool, like, Xerneas team. Very balancy. I don't know how I feel about that. Gengar is an option. Sure. Go for it. Galvantula is cool. Another Snorlax. Bro, make Snorlax like 1 point. This shit is useless. Also, your only flying resist is Carkol. One Spec's torn and it's over. Until they miss. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I don't think this construction outside of here is like okay, you can bring top 6 to every game. You have everything. You have your offense, your defense, your pivot, your removal, your hazards. You get like spikes and shit. You got knock. Outside of this, there's nothing else. These mons don't exist. Get yourself some kind of like, I don't know. Some flying resist would be needed out of here. Maybe Gengar is fine. Maybe you get like an actual electric type. Because your team's fast enough, right? Like Xerneas, Meowscarada, Great Tusk, that's cool. Now maybe you want another speed guy, you have Gengar. Fine. You don't need webs. Webs are kind of redundant. And then Snorlax is not doing much. Carkol's not doing much. You get 15 points for 3 mons to work with. 15 points in the Mythic division. That gets you a lot. Do you have a Mega? No Mega! Yo. Throw this Aggron on there real quick. My goat. There's a lot of stuff you can like put on here that would help you out a lot. Even like a Registeel could do nice. Other than that, it's good. I would just like if it wasn't a 6-7 mon team, you know? Yeah. Entering the top 5, we have MC, Mr. Mother Sexer. That's me, by the way. I sex the mothers. No. MC had a really bad team, and then Grace came around, and now he has a really good team. Kind of bouncy, kind of offensy. Gets Rayquaza going. I would like more pivot, but like, oh jeez. You have like Milotic, you have Rotom. A lot of like hard switching, so maybe you're gonna run a lot more like Boots Rayquaza I feel like Rayquaza can't really set up as much as it wants to here. Actually, the more... Number 6 is MC. Number 5, J Fuka. Yeah, there's not, like, too much support for Ray. And you're also running the Lele stuff, so you can't extreme speed. It only works if the opposing guy is off the ground, so... Not my favorite. Tankaton next to Lele is fine. It works. Donphan's cool. Good removal. You know, Donphan Rotom is all the removal you need, plus Tangrowth being fat. Milotic Tangrowth is pretty cool as a 2-guy thing, but I feel like the lack of pivot really hinders Rayquaza, and Darkrai, for that matter. So you can't, like, U-turn into them as well. Rayquaza doesn't really want to press Dragon Dance here, now that I look at it. I feel like this team really wants Hawlucha to do its thing more. So it's a lot of, like, Banded Rayquaza, Scarf Rayquaza, Boots. And then Lele with the speed tiers kind of makes things a little awkward, but I think this will be just fine. I think Hawlucha's going to do a lot of work here. Number 4. This team, I actually thought it was really bad when I first looked at it. The more I look at it, this is kind of gross. Zekrom. Zekrom's so good, dude. Zekrom does so much work. This mon's crazy. Terapagos, cool. You get spins next to Samurott Hisui. The newly not Xmon, Shaman Sky. Honestly, I had a lot of people, like, kind of shitting on me for having Shaman Sky as an Xmon for so long. It's not good. Not a good mon. Gets annihilated by any and everything. Actually, I saw it take a Milotic Ice Beam not too long ago. Gotta watch out for it. The defense is great. I don't know what Dublade is doing here. He's here to be here. But, like, everything's nice. I actually don't mind the Ogerpon. The Ogerpon Hearthflame here. The only thing is you have 1 ground resist and it's Shaman who gets Stone Edged. You don't really you don't want that. Your only removal is also Terapagos unless you're like, I want to run Boots, Defog, Volt Switch, Zekrom. Base 120 special attack. Watch out. Yeah. I don't think I would ever use this team specifically, but it looks like it can work. I already know this fucking guy is gonna be like, oh, can you mock for me? No, I'm not using this. I'm not. I'll play against it. Never using this shit. Number 3. I hate putting this team up here as well. We have Elster, the Palkia Origin team. I don't like this team. Kind of like the Resistance's Void, but yeah, it's a Zero Aura team, so I'm never gonna like it. I hate Zero Aura. Zero Aura is the number 1 op, but it works. Gives you that crazy speed. Like, the speed tiers are immaculate, right? Because you have this, like, super duper fast. You have this Palkia Origin. And then you have, like, Enam, which is great. Base 100 Miltank, my goat. I know there were talks of dropping these two and then switching Enam to something else, but, you know. This is, like, the best 7-mon team that I've seen. I don't know if I agree with Mega Venusaur, but it works. It's good resistance to fighting, I guess. You kind of manufactured yourself a fighting weakness that doesn't exist. Maybe it throws people off in the builder. Hazards are good. I mean, you have a Gliscor, it's always going to be good. Removal? Empoleon? Okay. You don't really want to run Defog Gliscor on this team. If you had, like, Gliscor Fortress? Ooh. Yeah, like, Gliscor Fortress. If fucking Dick Hydro didn't have it, Gliscor Fortress would have been perfect. Because then you can run Defog on Gliscor or Rapid Spin Fortress. But that's not where we are. Offense is incredible. Palkia Origin is super broken. This mon just, like, one-shots everything. Put it next to Mega Venusaur. These are pretty good. You have decent pivot. Oh, and Urshifu. With the Shifu single, you can also put a Ghost type on this team for spin block for Gliscor, which I would like to see. But other than that, this is a really good 7-mon team. Just get rid of these two. Perfect. Number 2. Orange Soda Pop. I feel like this team and Elster's team are extremely similar, but Orange's team is kind of just better. Base Palkia is good. Base 100 speed is nice, but it has like same offenses, but it can do the bulk up scale shot set better because it has an item and higher attack. Zarude is a Pokemon. It kind of works here because you 4x resist bug a lot of times, so yeah, you can draft it. That's good. Super fast. My goodness. Look at these top guys. Look at their speed. Yuck. Treads is the remover of all time. Next to Togekiss, fine. Weezinglar is nice. I think Weezinglar is just a great draft mon. It's a defensive guy who just, like, works. Deoxys defense, I think, is redundant here. I don't think you need it. I mean, it's cool for, like, the hazards of it all. So I guess it's fine. Pincurchin's a waste of points. Corsogalar is fine. This team, overall, I think is, like, really good. Honestly, #1 contender. I would just like to see an Ice Beam resist, other than Iron Moth. You have, you know, good T-Wave, good Taunt, Encore, Knockoff. You get that Wish passing. You got plenty of Pivot. Removal. A little bit to be... Not even. No, I take that back. It's fine. Yeah, this seems good. Really good. But, #1, we have Epic Fish. I was a little coerced into changing this. I think, honestly, yeah. Pretend that orange segment didn't happen. #2, Epic Fish. Ho-Oh Garchomp, gross. Rotom-Wash, gross next to Garchomp. This is the Gen 4 Ubers combo here. Mega Diancie is not a real Pokemon, but it works here. It's fine. Good offense. Weavile, good offense. Serp gives you some glare. Hey. Actually, yeah, what the what was I thinking? There's no pivot on this team. Where's your pivot? You have no way to get Ho-Oh in. What are you doing? What am I doing? Yo. Nah, this team has enough threats. I think it's better than Elster's. Good hazards, good removal, terrible pivot. If you had some more pivot, this team would be like S tier. But your defensive guys are great. Houndstone is a crazy shout with Fluffy. I love it. I think that's great. And you get to like do some Willow spam stuff. I think it doesn't get T-Wave. Unfortunate. But like spamming Poltergeist is cool. Yeah. Bronzong is an amazing steal as always. Okidogi, good. You're AV most games, right? Putting AV Okidogi to just like chip things, Ho-Oh chips things, Diancie or Weavile comes in. It's a pretty good balanced team. I would just like to see a little more pivot. Orange at #1. I do think this team is kind of just better. Yeah. 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 We're back. I think it's time for Apex. Took myself a little break. I had to get my 500 Instagram reels in. Cap. Cap is washed. Tell me if you get it. Bad team. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. On the fly. Let's get it. Cap's team sucks. I mean, on paper it's okay. But, like, the Mons themselves are pretty shit. This looks like doing a challenge. Like, oh, you can only use Mons 15 points and below. And then Shenpao. It's like, alright, well... It's pretty much what Cap did. Aegislash, you know... Okay, I don't get it, man. What's your main your main offensive guy is Aegislash. There's Aegislash, Shenpao, Infernape, kinda. But, like, I don't know, his stats are, like, not. Is there really no other good Mon that starts with C? Because, like, that was, that was the bit. Cap is washed. Yeah, there's, like, nothing. Wow. You couldn't, like, wait, like, for the P to be Palkia Origin, or like, you couldn't wait. Whatever, man. I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory. There's no removal. Sigilif, no. Decidueye, no. Mega Altaria, no. It can. It can. Your hazards are, fine. Pivot's good. Something. Nothing else really going on for this team. Kind of bad. Number 15. It's balance. Look at this. Look, you're balancing on people. Then you pick up whatever last mon you want. I guess that's okay. Your Boots Torn every game. You're like Boots Torn, Boots Slowking. Whatever you want on Bolt. Kyurem is Kyurem, but it's kind of redundant next to Bolt here, I believe. Magearna is cool. All the pivot into Kyurem. Sure. And then what? Whip out Lycanroc. Hey, I won a championship. I won my P2 championship with Lycanroc Dusk. Mr. Cheeto Dog. Vileplume's cool. Swirledge is, alright. That's it. I don't know. This was pointed out to me. If you look at the, like the Ghost Dark Dragon weaknesses, it looks like a new Reggie. This is Regigigas ass fucking type matchup. Yeah. This team can't take a Shadow Ball. Specs Spectrier and his everything blows apart. I don't think it's very good. I know Calambrito's gonna do good with it. I know that, but I don't think it's a good team. Calambrito's like Giga, Smogon, Balance, but yeah. Lexi, number 14. I feel like this team has a good bit going for it, other than the fact that your speed is not. Your setup is pretty good. Zekrom Volk is cool. Zekrom with grassy terrain's nice. Not getting earthquaked, I guess. Weezinglar fits. Urshifu Rapid fits. Ursa Blood Moon, maybe not the well, it's a good ground type next to Rillaboom, I guess. And then what your speed is Jugulus. There it is. I said it. Speed's Jugulus. I feel like I don't even know what the fuck you do about this. Maybe like Corv Weezing doesn't need to be here. And then Ursa's slow, but you can't really change that. Your pivot for Zekrom is kind of So you like want to bring Jugulus every game, but I don't know. It's definitely better than Calambrito's team, but you can't really take an Ice Beam all too well. Another team where you can't really take an Ice Beam, but your Water type is Urshifu Rapid Strike, so yeah. Kind of top 3 stinkers here. Here's where things get interesting. Lucid Coffee, very Xbox gamer tag username. I actually kind of like this team. I think it's fun. I think it looks cool. I don't like how your special bulk is Calyrex Ice. But, like, you also don't have... Yeah, you don't have Heal Bell. No Heal Bell, no Aromatherapy. You have Clefairy. Okay. Right? Does Klefki get anything? Hold on. Real time. Real time. I must know. Heal Bell, Aroma... No. He does not. Not ideal. But, I mean, it's like, you balance around until you get into Darkrai or Cali Ice, and they're kind of just good enough to do it. Your defense is nasty with the Petron Aloe. Like, there's the vision, right? There's the vision. Look at... Oh, my God. The vision's there, but, like, your removals, Klefki and Cycles are not too good. At least you get like regen stuff, but it's too bouncy. It's too bouncy, and there's not like somehow this team entirely composed of support for Kali Ice does not have any support for Kali Ice outside of like Screen's Klefki. That T-Wave spams is cool. Darkrai doesn't really function, but Darkrai Punch Runt is a very good combo. That is about it. Yeah. Not good. Couch Cat. Hey. There's something. Couch Cat took over for, I believe, Max 2 Strat, another Frenchie. Oh, you know what? No, Lucid's French. Put him down. Took over for one of the French. It was a cool team. I don't really understand Fluttermane and Amorous. I don't get the idea behind that. Your entire team, like, you're not taking a Scizor Bullet Punch either way, so I don't know. But Enam next to T-Tar Exca's okay, I guess. You can like Healing Wish in the T-Tar. Not bad. Rotom Heat's fine. Outside of your top 6, I mean, you have like some bulk. Vikavolt for webs, I feel like is super like unnecessary as fuck. Especially with this like Excadrill with the speed boost potential Fluttermane. Gallade, I don't think it's very necessary. Here's a hot topic. I brought this up in a different Discord server. I feel like Emlade is the most like useless 18-point Mon of all time. I've never seen it do anything. I think like just recently I saw it Swords Dance sweep someone. I don't even like. Okay. Your removal is Excadrill and Rotom Heat, which I'm not sure I agree with. Just because you have T-Tar Exca, so you don't really want to be pressing Spin all too much, but you know, I did just get smoked by a Rapid Spin T-Tar Excadrill, so what do I know? Damn, Fluttermane gets Wish? Why? Why'd they give it all the moves? Outside of that, there's not really much going on. I feel like you never really want to bring a Moongus. I feel like P2's not really supporting anything. You're not really Trick Room teleporting. Unless you want to do like Trick Room teleport Banded T-Tar. Go for it. Unnecessary webs. I guess Gastrodon's alright, but yeah, I mean it's gonna do more than this team for sure. Just because the offense is so heavy. But like drop Enam, dude. I don't know what you're doing with it. Up next, Ben, who probably should have been dropped down a division from last season's killer performance. I believe bro went like 0-9. Good job, Ben. But we don't have the most stellar cast of characters this time around. Not to be disrespectful, but to be disrespectful. I mean, it's nice. Good offense. Gets your Blaziken in with a pivot on every fucking Pokemon in the top 4. Empoleon Fez is interesting. Not really sure how I feel about Fez being picked before Latios, but, you know. Lando Team Meowscarada is a good combo, as always. This Ghost weakness doesn't exist. I guess Jellicent. I don't know what Jellicent's here for. Yo, imagine you picked up Houndstone instead of Jellicent. Ooh. Gives you some good defense, too. Double Steel, double Water. Double Psychic? Oh, yeah. Somehow you're still taking Shadow Balls. Not bad, dude. A lot of removal. Only, like, 2 or 3 Mons that want to press it. Good pivot. Gets your Blaziken in. But other than that, the Blaziken support is... It's not lacking. But it's not really, like, prevalent. I would also like some more defense on this team. I understand you have Intimidate Lando, but... Come on now. Next up, we actually have our first person to move. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I'm right. Hold on a minute. Oh, yeah. This is our first Draft League coach to move from Ascendant to Apex. Crazy stuff. Bro went, like, had a giga season in Season 8. Really good season last season. Moved up. So, yeah, fuck it. You're here. The team doesn't really match that. I mean, outside of, like, Shuckle Ditto, you can kind of delete them and look at this team a little more objectively and say, hey, pretty good. 2 good spinners. Don't see that very often. I like it. Defog on Florges, I guess. Giratina's never pressing that shit. Good pivot into Giratina. Good pivot for Terapagos. This team's, like, overall pretty good. And then you have, you know, Ditto and Shuckle. I would like to see more, like, real hazards, but, you know, Rocks is probably more than enough. Pivot is, like, Treads, Greninja, Raikou, Slitherwing. Yeah. Florges gets Baton Pass. That's cool. Muckalola's alright. I would kind of like to see, like, honestly, regular Muck instead of Muckalola. Turn Ditto and Shuckle into other things, and this team, like, flies up the rankings, but can't really take a Moonblast, can ya? Treads might have to go AV more than it wants to. Somehow Fighting Weak, but Terapagos doesn't exist. Ground Resist is fine. I mean, it's a Slitherwing. I don't feel like Muckalola needs to be here. I think Florges is cool. Florges Treads is cool. You get, like, Wish Pass. I guess you can Wish Pass into Giratina, but you're not healing it up much. Yeah. Pretty cool. I feel like that's how I feel about most teams. Just like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It does what it needs to do. Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. Alright. Next up, Zodiac. Thank fuck we don't have Terra Sinistra ever again. Good. Ho-Oh next to a Megalodi. I like it. All the Spadef in the goddamn world. They also cover each other, like, really nicely. And you get, like, a Dark type next to it. Not bad. Oh, look. Tinglu. Perfect. Legit. Top 3. Disgusting. Pretty gross. And then you put Spectrier next to it. Ugh. If that Megalodios was Megalodios, this team would be, like, really good. Blastoise, comfort pick. Jirachi, comfort pick. I don't think Jirachi needs to be here. Yeah, I don't think Jirachi needs to be here. I feel like you turn Jirachi into Aromatisse and Glamora, honestly. Glamora next to Tinglu is, like, highly questionable. I don't think Glamora is ever coming to a game. Especially when you have this monster right here. Yeah, get T-Spikes, whatever, but... yeah. It does what it needs to do. The offense is great. Next to Spectrier, I'm not sure about having your second highest speed being item locked. And then, like, after that is Jirachi, which more times not probably wants to be defensive. Oh! Also, your matchup in the Dark types is awful. Like, really bad. The more that I look at it, actually... no, you're still better than Niger. But, like... yeah, your matchup in the Dark types is horrendous. Spectre can't do anything. Tinglu, I guess, is body pressing, but, like... I would like to see a fighting type on this team. Like, instead of Glamora... kind of like... I don't even... oh! Megalodios is up! I mean, I guess you want the setup? I don't know, if I'm you, I'm going Megalodios, I'm flip turning out, I'm getting Spectrier in, I'm pressing all the buttons, I'm trading out, like, Jirachi and Glamora for, like, I don't even fucking know, dude. Like, some fighting guy, like, Keldeo is up. Keldeo is doable. Quavel is definitely doable. Yo, Mega Heracross. Like, some fighting guy would be sick here. Too bad Zapdos Galar's taken. That would have been nice, honestly. Buzzwole? Buzzwole works. Yeah. Yeah, give this team a little bit of love. I see the vision. Next up, Project. It's too bad that this team is, like, giga dead in the Dark types. Or else I would put Sam lower, but... no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, 8th place is alright. Here's the weird speed thing. So, I don't know if I explained it. Maybe I explained it. I don't know. The whole idea is, like, if you draft one Mon above 116 speed, then you're fine into the Valiant matchup, and that's all you need. I think it's okay. I think it's, like... I won with a team like that before. Like, it works. I feel like you need a very specific set of characters next to it. But, like, here... I know this team's gonna definitely win games, but, like... actually... that's a tough call. I'll keep Sam up here. Lunala Shifu single, where have we seen this before? Cinderace is nice because it, you know, gets rid of all the hazards. Ferrothorn is a call. I think it works fine. It's really, your removal situation is really, really, really unfortunate. I don't want to see Dragonite only pressing Defog here, but I mean, this is kind of one of those situations where it works, where you can court chain stuff around. I don't think it's, like, the most ideal thing for you. You do have that Scarf Thunderous, but I don't know what Grafaiai is doing, and you have 2 extra points just, like, sitting around. Surely there's something better than Milotic, right? Or, like, better than Grafaiai, surely. Yeah, I can't put this team can't really move this team around. It's alright. I feel like there's... Because, like, your hazards are alright. Your removal's bad, your pivot's good. You have Wish, you have Knock. You have T-Wave stuff, Fairy, Dragon, Steel. Fire, Water, Grass, yeah. You got that electric type. Good breakers on both sides. I don't know. No ground type is interesting. I think I would almost prioritize a... oh, well, you don't really need a ground because you have Volt Absorb. You might be relying on this court change a little too much. Because, like, if rocks go up and you're not Boots Lunala, that's a little goobed. You do have the double multi-scale, which is funny, but... yeah. Maybe just a smidge of love. A kiss. Maybe a good hug is what this team needs. Number 7, Career Door. Ugh. Ew. Ugh. Actually. No, I feel like this team's just a little more cohesive than Project. Polt, Zama's Crowned. You know, already disgusting start. Ogerpon Wellspring is item locked, which sucks. So, like, Lando team might want to run Scarf a couple games. You have the Screens, Grimmsnarl, and the Zamazenta, which is good. Double Parting Shot, which I think is... ugh. Yuck! It's gross. Quillfish. Your supporting pieces are alright, but I feel like Colossal's not doing anything here. Mega Pinsir is an option. Outside of Zama, which you don't really want to be a pivot, your rock resists are lacking. But then again, your weaknesses are like low tier, like, you know, Pinsir and Colossal, so I think it's fine. Yeah, your top 3 offenses are nasty, along with Zama. Zama's in the top, but it's just the order of drafting. This is a gross team. Pretty nasty. I would like a little bit more special offense. I feel like, you know, Lando is a fine wall breaker with the Life Orb Sheer Force stuff, but into certain mons it can't really do anything, and then it's just like middling special attack. Outside of that, this team's pretty cool. I don't think you want your main defogger to be Silvally, but kind of like limits the typings you can put on it, unless you want to run normal with boots. I think that's okay. Like your Grounded Poison Quillfish doesn't really want to absorb T-Spikes like that. So this team's good. Not my favorite. There's a lot of Pokemon. Number 6, we got Crook, my goat, Mod, I think. I don't know. I think he does something. I'm kidding. Xerneas, Garchomp. Goldango's cool. Main gripe, not a real spinner. Serena is fake. Fake Pokemon. So you're Bug Weak. You're Bug Weak and Fire Weak. Yuck. Maybe... Oh. Jeez. I can't click! Maybe Araquanid is not the water type for you. See, like, you have everything. You have it all, right? You have the webs. You have the spikes. You have rocks, which are good. You got the pivots. You got the Goldango. There's no spinner. Is there really, like, there's no spinner up? There's, like, nothing. Like, Fortress is up. I would think I would rather Fortress over Serena just about every time. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't see. Yeah, nothing else really in this whole, like, middling area. No, like, obviously no high tier guys. Unfortunate circumstances. Other than that, this team is pretty cool. Very fast, kind of frail, but like those are your fast guys I'm worrying about. You don't really want to take knockoff all that much. You actually don't want to take knockoff at all. Maybe like Garchomp doesn't mind taking it, but like other than that, your special offense is good, physical offense is good, speed's great. Would like a little more pivot to get Xerneas in to just like press specs moves. Because like the thing with Xerneas, right, is you just throw specs on it because you already have Zeraora and Weavile. You don't need to scarf it. So you do like specs or like, I think it's like Fairy Feather is the item. Or Fairy Wing. I don't know. Not really relevant. But you do that, you get Chip, and then you're like two-shotting most steals. Like, I think you two-shot Goldango with Spec Xerneas. That's gross. I also wouldn't mind if this team could take a Moonblast. Maybe Quillfish Hisui is not the Pokemon for you. Maybe like Base Muck. Oh, yo, Base Muck would be nasty with Sticky Hold. Yo, hold on. My brother. Oh, but that Dark type is nice. I don't know. There's just some like weird Oh, but you have a Dark type. What? Maybe a normal could work out. The construction's a little weird. I think it's cool though. It's a good team. Next up, MRF, newcomer, Aussie boy. I don't know if he's Aussie or New Zealand, but Spiderland nonetheless. Coco Sneasler, gross. Terrain Pulse, Mega Blastoise, gross with Shell Smash. Gliscor, good hazards. Your removal is off. Actually, you have 4 removing guys. I don't think you want to run removal on any of them. I don't think you want to run Defog Gliscor. You might have to go with some like support Latias. Get some healing wish in the Blastoise maybe. Arcanine Hisui is good for matchups. Tangrowth's okay. Your pivot into it is pretty good, so regen's nice. Magnezone, nah. Maybe, I mean, it's nice for like Rising Voltage, but I don't think so. And the Dunsparce is cool. Yeah, maybe you just change out Magnezone for something. Other than that, team's offense is nasty. I would like more removal. And like, your hazard setup's cool with Gliscor, but with this much offense, I'm not sure you want to like spend the time to put it in. Because then maybe something comes in and kind of just like bullies you around a little bit. And then once Gliscor dies, if you're not bringing Gliscor Tangrowth, you can't really take a physical hit all that well. You do get the Electric Seed on Sneasler, but it's a Sneasler. But gross team. It's good. Number 4. Who'da thunk? The league owner put himself in the top 4? I don't believe it. It's true. It's true. I actually had myself higher, but I know the weaknesses of the team. So, it's Groudon Roaring Moon. Oh my god, I was pick 9, dude. Look at this. I was pick 9. I got Groudon, Roaring Moon. What? I talked Career Door out of getting Rotom Wash. In retrospect, could have used it. TBH. Happens. I take Moonblast. Cool. The Ice Switch-ins? The special offense? Mega Pidgeot gets all of 2 moves. Removal? Okay. I mean, Rotom Wash is kind of stuck to pressing Defog unless I'm like Bulky Scizor. I feel like hazards are okay. Pivot? Yeah. I have a Groudon. Not really too much else I want to reveal out of that because there's some game plans, but like some cool stuff. Mega Pidgeot with the Hurricane spam inside of Sun is very nice. I think it just does nice damage. I was put on to Screamtail. I forget originally, I think I had like Infernape as the fire. I always do that. I always like gimp myself out of a fighting type in P2. I don't know why I do that to myself, but Victini's cool. Banded Recreate and Sun one-shots like everything. I think it like actually 2-shots Pex. Screamtail is very nice as like Wish Pass, T-Wave stuff. Does it get Knock? No. Shitmon. Scizor's, Scizor is not taking a fire type move anyway. Put it in the sun. Give me priority. Venusaur is needed. And Quagsire, I can say it. I have it for certain matchups. That's all I'll say about it. Where I don't do too well, but I need it for the matchups. That's all I'm going to say. Number 3, Rhino Shart. Look at that. Tusk, Glowking, Kyurem White, GG. Moltres, nice removal. I'm kind of falling out of favor of Moltres. I thought it was really good, like on the turn of SV, because Boots is nice with Defog, and it like beats Valiant. That's cool. Now I'm not too keen on it. I think it's okay. People kind of like just know what it does now. You have to get creative, but when you get creative, it's kind of bleh. Ogerpon base, good call. Gives you a nice Scarfer, so you don't have to like run Scarf Palafin ever. Mega Manectric, very nice. You have enough ground resist to where it's fine. And then you have the fucking chilly reception in the Kyurem White. That's nasty. Double Mega, yeah, that's fine. Even if you want to do like Mega Manectric and Audino on the same team. Audino just can't hold an item. I think for 6 points, that's fine. Dash Bun, I think he picked up Dash Bun specifically for the Roaring Moon matchup in the May, but yeah, shit happens. Yeah, pretty good team. Removal's fine. I'm just not the biggest Great Tusk enjoyer. I feel like Tusk is kind of kind of ass, honestly, but I mean, shit, if it works for you, it works out. Your Steel type's Bisharp. Bisharp's a fine Pokemon. Can hold an Eviolite now. I feel like people forget that Bisharp's like nasty. Like that Swords Dance Sucker Punch stuff. Like Bisharp was doing this shit in Gen 5 before Kingambit came around. Base 125 attack. Yuck. Yeah, pretty good team. Good pivot. Good offense. Good removal. Hazards? You don't need them. Don't worry about them. Get rocks up, you're fine. Number 2. Here's where things get like... Personally, I think you can switch 1 and 2 around. We'll actually see when we get into the analysis. Number 2, I have Mr. Tay HIV, Mr. AIDS Man himself. It's a funny story. Mlop, Zygarde complete, incredible top 2, and then you get pivot, spin. Hey, spin for the sharpness, nice, or for the ceaseless edge. Yeah, this is just a disgusting fucking team. I mean, it's kind of like a 7-mon team. I wish Delmise did more, but like honestly, it's fine. It's Delmise, it's cool. The Vespiquen, sure. I mean, if you want to be that guy, trade out Vespiquen with your 1 point remaining and get a 3-pointer. Like, unironically, like, I don't know, dude. For 3 points, Blossom's better on this team. Put on my goat Bouffalant. Like, I don't know, man. Double? Hey, get Dunsparce. Unironically, Dunsparce, dude. Dunsparce. Just saying. Wow, that fixes everything. I feel like this fairy weakness is not real. Your team doesn't want to take Moonblast, but like Crown has a good AV set. Moth is good SpDef. And then like, I don't know, like Samurot's always dying to the Moonblast. Lop is not really getting outsped, so this team kind of like eats shit in the Xerneas. So we're gonna see how Tay does about that, but it's a good team. Good removal's alright. I mean, Zapdos comes to every game. Hazards are fine because you have Samurott. The pivot's great. You know, good support. Good team. Just do. That's a #1 caliber team right here. Actually, now the more I look at it, you're kind of fairy weak, huh? Because, like, Crown can only take so many hits, and Moth gets beat up by coverage. Might want to look into that. #1. My guy went 9-0 last season. Now he has a Rayquaza. Valiant Mega Scizor, along with a good setup Dragon type, is something I played with before. It said it was Terrakirum. This is nasty, dog. Just the top 3 alone is like, ugh. A little bit of a... Damn, I dropped my shit! Ugh. Give me that. I'm so astounded by this team. It's gross. Stack Attack is just here to be here. Gives you a Trick Room mode if you want. If you eat shit into my Sun team, you bring out the Stack Attack of Cresselia. Incineroar is a great supporting option. Cheap Shaman Sky. I don't want to play against it. Your removal is Tentacruel Mega Scizor, which is questionable, but fine. Good pivot to get Rayquaza and Valiant in. We gave him Valiant, dude. Ugh. Good T-Wave, good Knock. No Wish, hey. Come on now. Fast Encore with Valiant. You can run, like, Shocks with the electric stuff if they're weak into electric. Yeah. Yeah, the more I look at it, maybe #1 and 2 are not interchangeable, after all. This team's nasty. Yeah. I think that's it for power rankings. I'll leave it on the best team. Because I know Groudon Roaring Moon is a disgusting combo. Just saying, not to suck my own dick any more than I have to. But that's it. My throat's dry. I'm in pain. I'm gonna go play League of Legends. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the season. It's gonna be a fun one. I don't know how weekly recaps are gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna do like the game of the week, set of the week, play of the week, but I'll keep it in mind. Thank you all. Have a good day.